The camera zooms in slowly as a night vision shot of a dilapidated hotel lobby flickers on the screen. The air is thick with tension, the silence broken only by the occasional creak of a rusted door. We see an elevator, its metal doors silently opening with a shriek, seemingly untouched by time. Inside, the camera focuses on the flickering lights above, casting eerie shadows. We hear faint whispers from the walls, a memory of something or someone lost. A lone figure appears. Elisa Lam, a young woman who had been traveling alone, disappeared in this very building under mysterious circumstances. As the elevator doors close behind her, what happens next will leave you gasping for air. But why was Elisa Lam in that elevator? What led to her last moments? And most chillingly, why has the world struggled to understand what really happened to her? Welcome back to Crimes Exposed, a true crime channel. If you love unsettling mysteries, chilling unsolved cases, and shocking twists that will leave you questioning everything you know, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Stick around as we uncover the story behind Elisa Lam's haunting disappearance. It was January 26, 2013, when Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian college student, checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. The hotel, a notorious location with a dark history, had previously been home to a string of suicides, violent crimes, and unsettling rumors. Lam, who was traveling solo as part of a backpacking trip, had been excited to explore the city, but something felt off from the moment she entered the hotel. The Cecil Hotel, now known as Stay on Main, was a faded relic of Los Angeles' once glorious past. Standing tall amidst the grime of Skid Row, it was known for its cheap rooms, long-term residents, and a shadowy reputation that would send chills down the spine of anyone who dared to look closer. This, however, was a backdrop for Elisa Lam's mysterious last days. Lam, originally from Vancouver, had been active on her blog, posting about her travels and inner thoughts. Nothing in her writing suggested the horrors that would soon follow, but her arrival at the Cecil, a hotel infamous for its dark past, would turn into an eerie premonition of doom. Little did she know, her last moments would be captured on the hotel security footage, where the world would witness a series of strange events that raised more questions than answers. February 19, 2013, nearly a month after Lam's disappearance, a shocking video was released. It was footage of Elisa Lam in the hotel elevator, taken just before her death. The video immediately went viral, leaving viewers bewildered and terrified. In the video, Elisa enters the elevator on the 14th floor. She presses several buttons rapidly, then steps back and starts looking frantically around as though she's trying to hide or avoid someone. Her behavior is erratic. She steps in and out of the elevator, peering out of the open doors as though she's trying to see someone or something. At times, she raises her hands and makes strange gestures as if talking to someone unseen. Then, as quickly as she appeared, the doors close. But Elisa never leaves the elevator. The disturbing nature of the video was evident. What happened in the moments after the elevator doors closed? Was Elisa being followed? Or was something else far more sinister at play? The investigation into Elisa's disappearance was launched immediately after her family reported her missing on February 1st. Her body was discovered in the hotel's water tank nearly 3 weeks later, on February 19th, the same day the elevator footage was released. The police initially had no leads. Elisa's behavior in the video was perplexing, and while it raised more questions, there were no clear answers. Hotel employees, guests, and staff were interviewed, but no one seemed to know anything concrete. The building's run-down state and sketchy reputation didn't help the investigation. One thing was clear: Elisa had been in that elevator, but how had she ended up in the water tank? What had happened between the time she was last seen in the video and her body being discovered? Police questioned the hotel staff and maintenance workers, but no one reported hearing anything unusual, and the doors to the roof were supposedly locked. How could Elisa have accessed the roof and climbed into a water tank on her own? Was there a break in the hotel security system? Was it a case of suicide? Or was there foul play involved? The most shocking part of the investigation was the discovery of Elisa Lam's body in one of the hotel's water tanks. It wasn't just a strange way she was found. It was a condition of her body. There were no visible signs of trauma, and the water in the tank was heavily contaminated, which suggested that Elisa had been in the tank for a while. Hotel guests had reported low water pressure and strange-tasting water, but no one had suspected that a body was floating in the hotel supply. The police investigation deepened, with no clear motive for Elisa's death. The more they delved into her history and her time at the Cecil, the more unsettling things seemed. Elisa had not been in contact with her family for several days before her disappearance, and the last text messages she sent didn't indicate any sense of distress or fear. The case sparked a whirlwind of theories and speculations. 1. The mental health theory. Some believe that Elisa's actions were the result of a mental health crisis. Lam had previously mentioned suffering from bipolar disorder and had been on medication. Could her erratic behavior in the elevator be linked to a psychological episode? But if so, how did she end up in the water tank? Did she climb in there in a moment of confusion? 2. The paranormal theory. The Cecil Hotel, with its long history of death and crime, had gained a reputation as a haunted location. Some theorized that Elisa's behavior in the elevator was a result of supernatural forces. Could the building's dark history have driven Elisa to her untimely death? 3. The foul play theory. Many believe that Elisa's death was a result of foul play, possibly at the hands of another hotel guest or employee. Theories range from murder to cover-ups, with some suggesting that Elisa had been targeted by someone who used the hotel's eerie ambience to their advantage. But why would someone kill Elisa, and how did they manage to get her into the water tank without anyone noticing? 4. The accident theory. Another theory suggested that Elisa's death was a result of an accident. Did she stumble into the tank while exploring the hotel? None of these theories were definitively proven. As the case continued to unfold, new questions began to emerge regarding the investigation's thoroughness. Why were the hotel's security camera footage and maintenance logs not made available immediately? Was there a cover-up? Why did the police wait weeks to release the footage of the elevator incident? Some critics believe that these actions were intentional, possibly linked to the hotel's reputation or an attempt to prevent the truth from coming out. Was the Cecil Hotel hiding something more sinister than they were letting on? Or was it just another tragic, misunderstood case? Despite the many theories, the case remains unresolved. Elisa Lam's death has left the public with lingering questions that may never be answered. The investigation has raised more doubts than it has cleared, and the Cecil Hotel's dark legacy continues to haunt the minds of true crime enthusiasts. No convictions were made. The hotel's management did little to offer closure, and Lam's family has struggled to make sense of what happened. As we look back on Elisa Lam's story, we can only wonder what really happened to her in the hours leading up to her death. Was it a case of mental health struggles, an accident, foul play, or something more chilling? The facts are sparse, the evidence inconclusive, and the public left grappling with unanswered questions. As this mystery lingers, we turn to you, the viewers. What do you think happened to Elisa Lam? Was it a tragic accident, or was there something dark at play in the Cecil Hotel? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories like this one. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and leave a comment with your theories. We'll see you in the next chilling tale.